Alright, here's an image I found. It says, the doctor has spoken. Manning Network Conference Canada. Psychiatric drugs kill. The last 10 episodes of violence where young people went and took guns and irrationally shot people, all 10 of them were on psychotropic drugs. It's a quote from Dr. Ron Paul. I thought I'd throw that in there for the Ron Paul fans and, for people that see that, there are a few politicians that talk about this, but they don't get very far because their campaigns aren't being funded by the powerful people, and other powerful people aren't supporting them. And a lot of these powerful people are in secret societies, the majority of them. So when they're not getting supported by the secret society structure financially and physically, by having people, famous people support them and endorse them, then they don't get very far. It's one big happy New World Order structure family that is controlling things. So, part of their agenda is to bring in more control, and when people flip out and do crazy things, it just helps them bring in more rules. It helps their agenda move right along. Recently, a Christian told me, why do I believe that the Illuminati is going to bring in the New World Order? That's like believing in Satan instead of God, And I told him that, in the Bible, God says that Satan's going to rule for a certain amount of time, and that time, it could be right now. So we go on to, really to really look at the different structures within the New World Order structure, the substructures. And there's the political structure. So when Ron Paul thought he could run against the other Republican candidates, Mitt Romney and he really didn't have a chance. He was trailing the whole time. There was a time when he was doing all right, but I knew, and a lot of people who are well informed knew that he wasn't going to make it. But I also didn't think Mitt Romney was going to make it, but I knew that he had a lot more support from the elite than Ron Paul has. Ron Paul tends to be outspoken against him. I don't agree with all his politics, but I do agree with a lot of what he says, and he talks about the Federal Reserve and stuff. So he didn't really have a chance against him, but he tends to be honest about a lot of stuff, and that upsets a lot of people.